Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to create a simple React Native application from scratch and we see how it goes well. So I want to start as creating a new application from scratch. So we open our terminal and if you want to change directory, let's say I want to change to the downloads, and to create a or React Native app, basically the command is npx react native init, like initialize, and we just gave our application to name. I want to say like it's my first app, like this, and we press enter, and then it downloads required dependencies, template, install this stuff. Then we are going to continue with Visual Studio Code to develop our application from scratch. I don't have any clue about what to develop and how it goes and what to do. I'm just trying to create an application as a freestyle to make sure that you guys are seeing how it goes well, how to develop a software. I'm a computer engineer, by the way, and I am working in a company as a React Native developer like 1 year. So I can say that I develop decent applications with React Native, and yeah, we'll see how it goes well. I'm a little bit excited today because this is my first time to go live. It installed dependencies. We are still waiting. It's actually my first time to build an application from scratch inside of the camera. So excuse me for my anxiety, let's say. Yeah, finally we finished. And let's say cd, what's our app? My first app. Change directory to my first app and code dot. This is automatically opens Visual Studio Code. Yes, I trust others, and we have a file called app.tsx. It's the TypeScript file. So I'm continuing with JavaScript. So I don't know TypeScript. I don't use it in general. So I have to Control A and delete all of them. And we have special command like rnfs. It's like the React Native debugger extension. You can download React Native tools in extensions. So we have to use, I think, React Navigation. So instead of installing the npm first, I want to download React Navigation, and I also show you guys how to download these stuffs. It's a documentation. Okay, we have React Native 0.71, I guess. Yes, we are using npm, not yarn. We copy this command to install and paste it, and boom, it starts to install our application. It's a required dependency to navigate to other pages in mobile applications. And the advantage of React Native is we can develop cross-platform applications with React Native for Android and iOS at the same time, but we have to test both of them. Installing dependencies into an Expo managed project. We are not using Expo, we are using the native React Native CLI. So we are skipping there. Yeah, bare React Native project, it's us. So we have to download these two. Let's copy and paste. Let's install React Native screens and save area context. Perfect. Yeah, we're not using iOS today. We're deploying on Android side. And we need to wrap whole app to navigation container. So we can check the dependencies. We have React Navigation Native. React Navigation Native and others. Yeah. We can import this guy to our app.js inside of this app folder. No, I'm sorry. There. Good. And yeah, you can. Oh, native stack. That's why I'm checking. I thought that we are missing something. That's true. native stack is also important, because in the bottom we have to use this create stack navigator, this guy. Oops, misclicked. Let's import create stack navigator too, and we said like const stack is equal to create stack, create native stack navigator. Okay, yeah, like this. And we are wrapping the entire app with navigation container, and we have stack.screens. We can have multiple screens like this, but right now we just have home screen or main menu, whatever we like. Okay, npm install. So we have few things. One of them is Metro Bundler. So we type in npx React Native start to start our Metro Bundler. By the way, this is our emulator. And we also press the plus button, and we have to say npx React Native run Android command to run an Android. Now it's checking on if its emulator is open. If it's not open, it opens automatically. You don't have to open this emulator. I open it because to make it faster. We don't want to waste our time in there. It configures and it starts to download all required dependencies. At that time, you can just check. Yeah, it's like initial root name. The first one is always the initial root, by the way. So we don't need to specify in our application. Yeah, we have also options. I generally use header shown value to disable, because I don't wanna, it says like I can say right now because I have to show it inside of application. It's too hard to specify. Yeah, it's downloading, executing, we are waiting. Screen options. Yeah, inside of options, we have to say like header shown is false. We'll see. By the way, I have like Ryzen 7 3700X. It's like the decent processor, but unfortunately the npm is really slow. I suggest you guys to use yarn because it execute this all of them at the same time, asynchronously, we can say better. Oh, okay, by the way, we have package.json that shows us the dependencies. Maybe we can install the Axios to getting data from the APIs, like HTTP requests, get post methods, and the others like async storage to to download file inside of these devices, like the storage device. Okay, it's bundling. We are ready to go. It's still bundling. Of course, home screen doesn't exist. We'll mention that later. Yeah, couldn't find any screens, of course. So in the main folder, I have to create source folder. Inside of this source folder, I want to create screens folder, and inside of this screens folder, I want to call like main menu.js. It's like our main menu, and we just import the main menu, and I have to import main menu to the app.js, import main menu, and I want to uncomment this. I'll say like main menu, and the name is like main menu. Now we'll see the app main menu. It's like it's the header, by the way. I don't generally use the headers, so I just add the style like header shown false. No, it's like options. Sorry. Yeah, we have screen options, or we can just call the screen options in there. Yeah, and we can say like the header shown is false, but yeah, it's if we define screen options there to disable the header shown, we can't see any header inside of all the screens. But I want to specify only this main menu screen, so the others should have it. That's why I just only define it there. For example, let's say we have another stat.screen, and not like this, not this. Maybe it's like name is to the credits page. The component is credits, let's say. I don't want to define options in there. I want to header above of the page. So that's why I don't generally define stack navigator to header shown false. The others one have it. It's okay. So we call the component and it's called main menu. So main menu, we have a function called main menu. It's the arrow function, by the way. It takes input and it returns some JSX. This is JSX, by the way. View is the main component. We can add style on it. We can say styles.container. We can get the container object inside of styles. In styles object, we can have container, and we just say like flex to 1 to wrap the entire application, and background color to white to avoid the black and dark mode, and that's all. Like we can say like top to 50. See, but since it's container, we don't do that. So what should we do? I don't know, and I don't have any idea actually right now, so I have to think what can we do. mm, hmm. But I have to check what to do, but I mean, since it's a basic app, we can use basic things to develop what it can be. So like the calorie deficit or control or give me your lucky number. I have actually too much applications. Language learning, daily motivation, food delivery, random joke generator, QR code scanner. Okay, let's do it randomly right now. I don't have any clue. So this should be style equals styles dot title, and we define title in there. So align self to center the text. Great. Margin top to 50 to bring 50 pixels from top. That means font size is 24 to make it bigger. Letter spacing is 1, like 5. 1 is okay. Actually, forget it. And font style, I generally said bold. Oh, not style. Font weight is bold. Yes, great. And color, I could say like teal. That's great. Like maybe 30 pixel is okay. It's a main menu, and I want to add the buttons after this text. Let's add button. We see it adds to the React Native, and it goes like this. Let's see what props do we have. Title, others, on press, yes. The title should be like press me. You see, we have to add style to styles. We can call it button. We add bottom CSS properties. It's like the CSS actually, like the HTMLs and JavaScript and CSS. So this is the React Native. React Native is the framework of JavaScript. If you know HTML and CSS and JavaScript, it's too easy to navigate to the React Native from native JavaScript. It's actually better. It's actually similar to the React also. Yeah, we can press this button, whatever we do. But it does nothing because we don't say on press, do something. On press, we can call the arrow function. Arrow function is the anonymous function. So we don't have to call like this, like constant function, my function, let's say, random, my function, and it's arrow function, and it says hello. Ooh, I'm sorry. Okay. What's wrong with that? Ah, okay, sorry. So in onPress, we can say my function. So when we press this, we can check in Metro Bundler. If you press R, it's reloading the app. It say hello. Can you guys see? It says hello when I press this. But instead of I defined my function, I use it anonymous function. I don't wanna define a function name. I just generally say hello there. It's the same. This is the arrow function, the anonymous function. There is no name like my function or something. Yeah, it works the same. Um, but instead of that, I don't know what can we do actually. Let's just comment there and we'll figure out. So main menu and hmm. Oh, okay. I have to check how to calculate BMI. Let's calculate our BMI. BML calculation. Body mass index. So we give our weight. Okay, let me show you. It's like this. BMI calculation. BMI is equals to kilogram over meter square, where kilogram is a person's weight in kilograms and meter square is their height in meters squared. If it's more than 25, it's overweight. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, let's do this, I guess, because I said it should be random to make it more natural. Okay, so instead of main menu, we can say like BMI calculator. Or forget it. Yeah, it should be main menu. And the button says calculate BMI. Cool. But instead of this button, I want to use touchable opacity because I love it. It's great. We don't use button. Let's delete this. Yeah, we don't have title right now. We have like name, title. I forget the props. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I forget the basic things, even if I use every time. Oh, we just define it in there? Ah, sorry, silly me. No, no, no. Okay, okay. It's not like this. We have to use it like this, and we wrap it text. Let's say hello. Yeah, it's a button. Sorry. Okay, so we have button, and in this text I can call it styles dot button text. We see the first the first word in our general sentence is the lower square, and the second one is the big one, because it's the camel case. I don't know how it's called. I forget it, but it's useful. I can say that. Let's define our styles for button. It should be centered, right? So align self center. Nice. Margin of top should be 50. Great. And border width is 1. Great. Padding can be 10. Padding is you just bring the space inside of this border. If you bring the space outside of the border, it's called margin inside of padding. So we bring 50 pixels from main menu. It pushes our neighbor, actually, this text, since they are neighbor, and the inside of this text is the child of the touchable opacity. So we can just use padding to push it to the inside of it. I don't know how to explain it right, but we can say border radius to define the radius can be 10. Yeah, to make it edges like not sharp, to soften the edges. And border color could be, let's say, orange. I don't know if it looks bad, but there is nothing to do right now actually. Like padding, horizontal could be 20. See? That's great. Or instead of padding horizontal, we can set the width to 50%. Nah. Okay, okay. I know it. So now, since we have touchable opacity, and this text is the child of this touchable opacity, we can call inside of this button to justify content to center and align items to center its childs. So now this hello is centered, but we also have to padding vertical to, let's say, 50. No, it's too big. Let's say with 40%, 20%, 30%. Okay, that's better actually. Now define our text. So color, I don't know, black. I know it looks absurd, but okay, actually we have a website called, I don't know, colors.io or something, or colors.co. Okay, let me open this real quick. We can change the colors inside of this website. Start the generator. Okay, we have to hit spacebar. I don't like this. Okay, we are using this template. It's okay. Now, actually, we have to create another file called colors, and we define the colors inside of like primary, secondary, the like black, others. But since we do it freestyle, I don't bother with that. Okay, so I copy this hex code to use it to border color. Instead of this, I just passed in this. Okay. Well, actually, we have to do the opposite one. Yeah, that's great. And to soften, should be this. Actually, forget. Just use it. Yeah, it's better. And the opposite one. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. I don't want to deal too much this right now. So color, not color weight, sorry. Font weight, I love bold. I'm sorry, I'm generally using bold all the time. Font size is 16. Great. Um, I don't know what else to. It's okay. Yeah, like font variant. No, it's okay. That's it. So we have to change like calculate BMI. Calculate BMI. Now we have to add not padding vertical, add general padding. Um, make it 20. No, general padding to 20. Interesting. Okay. Wait. Like padding horizontal to 20. Okay. So what if I add button to padding? I don't wanna just like use it like this, so I increase the width. If I delete width, it seems not good. Let's make it constant as a 40% to delete padding vertical. Let's add like make it 15. It's more good. But if I increase this, yeah, it's great actually. I don't want to add background color. We can add background color to red or something. It looks shit. We're not using it right now. So, okay, we have this touch opacity, and we have to add what happens if we press this. So let's add another screens, which is called calculation.js. Let's say rnfs, bam, control save. Let's add another screen. I don't want to use header shown false, as I said before. Name is calculation. Let's say general calculation. The component is calculation. It's automatically imported. And when I press this, okay, this is the real one. We have to add navigation prop inside of this React Native. And we say navigation.navigate. What is this called? Calculation. We take this to navigate calculation screen. When we press this, we navigate to the calculation screen. Let's see. Calculation. Like this. This is the basic navigation in React Native. Okay, so now we are in the calculation screen. We still start from scratch. So how it could be? So yeah, we just do it like the same styles.container. This should be a container. I do it fast to make it most practiced, and I also explain you can call flex to 1, and I just want to center everything. Align items, center, background color to white to avoid the dark mode. It's great. Actually, never mind. I don't wanna Or yes, forget that calculation because we already have the header. So inside of this container, I want to add the text input. Okay, so okay. Now we are going to other stuffs. So React Native has use state and use effect hook. Let's start with use state. We just define like this. It's the input or value, whatever you say, and we set input to the second argument inside of this array, and we use state in it's like the React hook. We are starting to use these React hooks from React 16.8. You can check it on the internet, and we define our default value, which is null, like this. So forget the text input. If I just call text, and if I write between parentheses, we can use object in there. And if I say the random, like random, see, random. If I said like hello there, it's like this. We have to change this input value with set input. Okay, that's good. Oh, I'm a little bit tired. So the value should be, no, value is the object, the input object. And on change text, we get the maybe text, and it goes to the set input and take this text. It's the prop that we called inside of this on change text. It gives the result when we type something in text input. I have to add styles.input. Okay, let's add input to make it visible. Border width 1. We can say default value. No, it's like placeholder. Right, and input there. Not dot dot dot. It's like this. See? Oh, that's great actually. So when I type in there, we can see this automatically types in there because this is the input in this text. So when I set input, after each keystroke and press, the set input is updated or input value. And the input value is updated and showed on the screen. Like this. See? Now we have to comment this text. So yeah, it works well. But the style is not really good. We have to fix it. So let's solve the borders. Border radius of 10. Let's add padding of 10 to create a space inside of this border. Don't forget it. I don't want to use justify content because I don't want it should be centered. We can say like margin top to make space from the view, like 50. Great. And what it could be. So what values do we need to calculate the BMI? We have to take kilogram and meter square, kilogram over meter square. Height, okay, mass over height square. Let me take example how we use the meter. It's like the one. And we converted to meters, not centimeters. Okay, understood. Border color, let's say gray or green. I don't know, gray. Border width 2. Let's decrease the padding. 10. Placeholder text color is also black. Oh, let's delete this. No, it's gray. Sorry. Placeholder text color. Write an input there. No, we should ask write an, or forget it. We should say like kilogram, like this. We're just waiting an input as a kilogram. That's great. And yeah, we add another text input, and it should say meter. It's valid actually. So I change input to the 50% of the screen. Yes. And this should be align self to center. That's the same. We have text inputs. We change input to kilogram. The first one, set kilogram. This should be changed to kilogram. And we have to use another one to use meter. Set meter. I copy this, and instead of set input, I change the set meter. Now we have two different values. Oh, okay. So the kilogram is this value and meter is another value. Calculate BMI? Yes. So let's print these values, create two text. One is, we can say kilogram is equals to kilogram to object, and the other one is meter is equals to meter object. And we wrap with view these two. Let's take it and wrap this to view, and we can add inline styles without defining the styles. We can generally set like margin top to 50 to show it. Yeah, it works correct. It's really good. Now I have to take a break to drink water, and I'll see you later. Okay, let's continue on the part 2. I decide that I split to the 2 parts, so it's already like 40 minutes to part 1, and now we are continuing to develop our application. Okay, so last time we checked this, as I remember. Yeah, it works correctly. So now we just want to get an input. Now we can just delete this one. Okay. Okay, I decide to do something different. So let's create a view and wrap this one text input. Also add another text inside of this guy and say it like kilogram. See? Great. Margin top 15. So now this view contains both of this text and text input. It acts as a parent. So now it contains not top wrapper, it's like kilogram wrapper. It suits good actually. So instead of saying margin top 50, I want to say margin top 50 in there to make it like this. And also I add flex direction to row to align them to the row like this. And also align self to center. No, it's like justify content to center both of them. Align items to center. Great. You don't need justify content. It's already aligned before. So now this is what we want. Okay, let's copy this guy too and change this text input to this text input and say meter, but not kilogram wrapper. We can say meter wrapper. Also, we can. Oh, sorry, wrong. Because we are using macOS too much, I sometimes accidentally use the other keys. Let's copy and say meter wrapper. Actually same, but no worries. Okay, they are not centered, unfortunately. So let's figure it out. So instead of we said margin top 50 to both of them, we can combine all of them and say margin top 20 or 50, but I don't bother that too much right now because we have limited time. Yeah, they both worked correctly. Okay, so the text input, the input. In Mater, this text input, we say input. For Mater, I want to add inline style like margin left to 5 or 10. Or left to 10. Sorry, right to 10. Yeah, and the text input can also add the inline style in there. That's great. You don't need to add this. Okay. Yeah, that's good. It's great. Now they're aligned. We just simply say to left to 10 point. What if we say right to 10 point? Then it goes to left. If you said left, create a space from left to 10 pixel. But if you said margin left, what is the change? It pushes, like both of them. Only this guy is want to go left. Okay, it seems okay. I guess because it takes too much space, that's why. And now we can create a touchable opacity. Touchable opacity doesn't exist, so let's add touchable opacity in here. And styles dot calculate button, let's say. So calculate button, you can say margin top to 50 and border width 1, border color blue. Also we have to add text inside of this touchable opacity. In text we say calculate and we add styles dot calculate text. Let's take it also. That's great. And calculate text, I want to padding to 10. I want to font weight to bold and font size to 15 maybe. Great. And the color is black or red. Yeah. And let's make it teal. Make it more interesting. It looks ugly, but okay. Border radius to 15. Great. Okay, let's add background color to teal. Forget it. And this guy is to be like white. That's better actually. So we don't have to specify. No, we have to specify, unfortunately, sorry. Padding 10. Width of 50%. I don't know if it's too much or not. Justify content to center. And align items. No. Align items to center. Nice. Forget about width. Let's also add this button to padding horizontal to 50. Nice, that's perfect. Margin top should be 70 to create more space. Let me press calculate. It's done right now, it's great. And now we have calculate text and calculate button, these guys. And when we press this calculate, it takes these two input and calculates the result and show us the result to alert if it's okay or not. So now we're going to algorithm part. We have to create the functions. So we have kilogram and meter. What was the OR formula again? Let me check. Weight over height square in meter. So okay. So okay, let's create a function that calls calculate, which is an arrow function, and we said like we also have to add const result to show result and set the result, and it should be a null in default. And the set, okay, we can say like set result is weight, okay, kilogram you can change kilogram to weight actually, it's more accurate. Weight, let's change it everywhere. Nice. And weight over meter times meter, and let's print result to test it. Result is equal to result. If I set weight to 50 and meter to 1.20, oh, we forgot to call this calculate and show the result. So touchable opacity, and I'll say like we have to specify on press, it's the calculate button, and also we have to show text as a result. We call this result object to show the result here. I don't know if it's correct. I have to check. I think it's wrong. Totally wrong. Calculate. Oh, it's correct. It's great. So we don't have to take these two. We have to take the first one. So we can just say like let's let's take all of them into the parentheses and to say to fixed to get one. Now we get the first one after the comma. This is also a trick. And what if I said like this? No, sorry. Not this. 150. Ooh, it's great. So we have calculate. And now you can see the result. Let's okay, so we have to also say the status message, like if it's healthy or not, like the BMI things, use state. So how can we do this? We can say set result. Okay, instead of this we can just say constant maybe temp result to set it temporary, because I don't want to call this guy all the time. The reason that I'm doing like this to assign it to the set result, because if I call the result it doesn't show up, as we can see. Okay, let me just 1.20 98. See, we got the result of null, nothing. But if I press again, we got the result, because use state is re-render the component. So after the each render we have, so the use state actually how can I say, triggers to all of these components to re-render. So after the render we can see the result. We cannot see immediately. So that's why I just used temp_res to show the result. So if you are using right now, you can see all the results, like 150, 43, not like null. That's why I just separate that. Okay. You can say, oh, okay, we can say like not results, but yeah, temp result. Like it's a temporary. I can't find any other name. Sorry. Should we use switch case? Yeah, it's clear that we can use switch case. So take temp result. If you don't know anything about switch case, you can watch my previous video that I explained the switch case style and the basic React Native application. And let's open this and case. We have underweight. No, not underweight. Like, oh, sorry. The case should be if the temp result, not this, temp result is lower than equals to 18.4. We set status to obvious. Nice. The other case is temp result is lower than 18.5. No, sorry. Like this. That's perfect. If it's like this, we could say normal. No. Yeah, normal. You can see correctly. If it's between 18.5 to 24.9, we could say normal. And if it's 25 to 39.9, we could set status to overweight. And the last case, if it's bigger than 40. We can say like obese. Sorry, I miss writing there. It's underweight. Okay. Now it should be working. If it's bigger than 40, yeah, we have these cases. Instead of using if else all the time, we use switch case. So if it should be fit in better. We see the result in our application in there, and we also say status right now. Okay, let's start from 0. I don't want to see this dot, but yeah, styles dot results. Let's set results. So margin top of 50, color black, font weight should be bold, font size should be 26, maybe 20. Let's see, 100, 1.83. Oh, so there is no result. Why? Let's check it. Set status. So when I press this calculate button, so maybe because of this, it's weird. Because of the, style. Oh, really interesting. Okay, let's debug right now. It's the part of the development also, the testing. Okay, we set status. Can't we just print also status? Ah, I hate myself. Yeah, guys, I developing React Native applications for more than a year, but I still forget to return. What happened? Why it's not working as I expected? Oh, really interesting. Maybe because of I forget to add break. Okay, let's figure it out. What do we do wrong? Let me check on the internet. React Native switch case. Mm. Ah, because of the strict inequality, I guess. Like, mm, the case in switch statements are checked against the input is expression, which is string. Okay, we can't use switch case in there. We have to use um, if else statement. Okay, let's convert to the if else statement. I just write it there. This should be better. Like if the temp result is lower than 18, we just set like this and let's test it. Yeah, it's my fault. It's really unlucky. Okay, so let's move on. I'll check the stream is okay or not. Okay, it's perfectly fine. Um, we shouldn't use these marks. Then create a space between them. Underweight 16. What if I say 250? Yeah, we have to check if the input is correct or not also. So what if I say ABC? Yeah, we got none. So in order to mm, use it on change text, set meter. So what can we do right now? If we get invalid input, it should be red. Let's make it really hard right now. If you get invalid input, it should be red, right? So, okay. So these all, both of them should be number, right? So let's check this. In calculate, we set if is none to check if it's number or not. And the weight value. If it's number, we just said like it is number. And if it's not, we just said like it is not number. ABC, calculate, it's not number. 2, it's still not number. 1, 2, it's number. Great. So if it's not number, we can use alert. We can add alert from React Native, but not like this. I mean, we have alert component, right? React Native. Don't do it like this. Invalid number and write a number again, and we have to use like these two objects. The first one is text is okay, and when we on press, it does nothing. Press object. Okay, let me check the alert on press. Okay, my bad. It's cool. Press. Hello. What did we wrong? Oh, we forget that comma. My bad. Let's see. If I write invalid input, invalid number, write a number again. Invalid number. Yeah, it's true. Actually, we don't need that. Yeah, it still do the same. Invalid number, and also we should set status to null because we have to um, write another input. Set result, everything should be null because we have to write another input again. Set meter also null because we are writing weight should be null like this. And if it's number, this is the case. Oh, we can just use both of them. It should work the other. So we used AND operator. Both of them should be number, not one of them is none, and the value is meter. But I'm not sure if the 1.50 is called as a number. Oh, it's number. Great. What if I add s? Write a number again. "12" is not a function. Ah, sorry. Set weight. Yes. Let's try again. 12 HD. Write a number again. Okay. This should be 0. What is that? Result. So we set result to none. What if I add to the end of this? Let's try it. So we can say like the operational chaining, not operation chaining, like I don't know how it's called. Operator. Ternary operator. Oh, I remember. Yeah, it's a ternary operator. So if there is a result, if result is not null, yeah, or we can say if result is equal to strict equal to the empty string, we can say do we need another expression? I guess so. If the result is null, otherwise yeah, finally we don't need this operator since the both are same. We can use like this. Yeah, thank God. We can make it like this. Underweight. Otherwise, results. Yeah, nice. Forget how we create. Okay. It's 4 better. Yeah, like this. Okay, if I write something wrong, write a number again. Oh, it says none. Oh, we can say it's like cheating, but there is no other way. It's a stupid bug. 1.25. You said obvious. 1.86. It's overrate. Yes, it works correct. We check if both of them are number. If not, we write something. Or instead, we doing unnecessary invalid thing. We can just combine all of them inside of the parameter and add the this mark in there, and let's delete this else and expand the if. So now it should work the same, like this. The first one should go left by 5.7. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good. It worked great right now. So if it's invalid, we have to make this border color to red immediately. Okay, let's check it. Okay, if this happens, yeah, if this is the situation. Oh, it's too long. If this is the situation, one of them is like this. We can create red border, set red border, and use state false. It's a default value, we set false. And if this is the case, we should say set border to like this. This is the called conditional style. We can add another input, and we can say border color is equals, if this is true, then we can say red, otherwise no, we can add another add to red. So see, okay, if it's correct, then it should go as what is the input, gray. It should remain as gray. Red, gray, red, gray. Oh, that's great actually. You don't need to specify this. You can delete that. It's also same for the other. Okay. Oh, we don't need to add another curly braces. Both of them is going to red. Why? Interesting. Oh, we check both of them. Sorry. So we have to separate them. Oh, so how we separate them? Okay, we just use two independent ifs, and if one of them is wrong, we just called error. We can print alerts. No, it checks if both of them are wrong, right? So one is right, another is wrong, invalid. This is the number. Also, this is the number. Okay. Also, should we add the string? I'm not trying to blending because it seems like too advanced for beginners. So yeah, it works correct. We can add another details, but since it works correct and we don't have to worry about, we can worry about later. Okay, that's it guys. I know it's a random, but it's a basic calculation. Yeah, we can also add, I know maybe there are some advanced guys that know stuffs. We can just say like, if there's a text, do this, do this. So I'll show you for advanced guys right now. So what can we do right now is we separate both of them and we have alert both of them if it's one of them gets wrong. And so also we can print invalid number. It's called text, and we can print this text like this: is error, like this variable, and then execute this alert or something. It works like this, but we are not diving it right now. Thanks for watching. Leave it and your comments on the comment section down below to what do you guys recommend about me. I know this is my first time, I'm a little bit excited. It's like a freestyle, but it will get improved day by day, I promise. So see you later guys.